Hi, everyone. Welcome to Indigenous Super Stars. My name's Rhonda Head. I'm your host. I'm coming to you live from Bigedi, Manitoba, the heart of Opaskwayak Cree Nation. And today we have an awesome guest. But before I introduce our guest, I just want to give a shout out to Brody Sanchez. He sent me some really awesome stickers. And I have more on my guitar, but I left my guitar in my room. But he makes these real beautiful stickers. He beads these, and then he got them made into stickers, and he sent them to me. So I'm really honored that I got to have some of his products. They're so beautiful. And I also want to give a shout out to Jojo, who gave me this beautiful T-shirt he's from the Hopi Reservation in Arizona. Hi, Shannon. How are you doing? And I just want to read out we have a really awesome guest today. His name is his show name is Hellenbach, and he's a really good friend of mine. And so I'm just gonna read his bio. Hellenbach, also known as Carmen Omioso, is from the Samson Cree Nation in Alberta. The community is part of the hub of the Masquachis Cree Nation south of Edmonton. A veteran in the native hip-hop industry, Omioso has come a long way. Hellenbach first gained international recognition as a founding member of the groundbreaking group War Party. Moving from his native Alberta to Winnipeg, Manitoba in the early 2000s, Hellenbach co-founded the popular and respected rap crew War Party and was the main stable member of the group team Res Official. Hellenbach is currently a solo artist who released his first album in 2015 titled #FOE, Family Over Everything. The project earned 2 nominations at the 2015 Indigenous Music Awards for Best Album Cover and Best Rap Hip Hop Album. Hellenbach received the IMA's Most Outstanding Manitoban in 2015 and earned number 4 on the Ace Burpee's Top 100 Most Fascinating Manitobans at the time. Hellenbach released his second album titled 1491 in 2018. The album earned a nomination at the Indigenous Music Award for Best Hip Hop Rap Album and a nomination at the Western Canadian Music Awards for Indigenous Artist of the Year. The song The Spirit, featuring Mob Bounce, produced by David Strickland, went to number 1 on the Indigenous Music Countdown. Throughout the refreshingly honest body of work, the artist not only bears scars, but also celebrated the most important things in his life, including integrity, community, and most importantly, his family. He is currently working on a new music project and mentors inspiring artists who want to take a step in the industry. Please welcome my friend, Hellenbach.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? How's everything going? Man, wow. You ran it down. I haven't ran it down like that in a long time. I appreciate you. Thank you for having me on the show, Rhonda. A lot of people don't understand. Me and Rhonda, we go back some. We toured together, we work together. I'm actually the first rapper to get her on a hip hop track. And that's on the album 1491. So I appreciate you.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. That was a real good experience, and that was a lot of fun. And to be on a song with 3 rappers, and that was so cool.
Yeah, Superman, Defi, and myself. I mean, it's a no-brainer. I had to get you on it.
So cool collaborating with you. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. We met a few years ago, and we went on a tour with the Manitoba Arts Network.
Yeah,
we went through right throughout Manitoba. We were up in Norrie House, and then OCN, Apaska Cree Nation, and then
Mm-hmm.
Dauphin area, Parkland area, then right back to Winnipeg. So we were like all over the place, and that was a lot of fun. That was fun,
It was a good time. It
especially
was a
that
good
one,
time.
especially that one restaurant in Portage. I won't say it, but no one mentioned it. The other thing too that I brought you and your beautiful wife to
Mhm.
Pasquare Cree Nation to do some workshops for the music is medicine camps that we had here in Pasquare Cree Nation. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions.
Mhm.
Can you tell us what inspired you to get into music?
Oh man, I that's a question that I haven't been asked that question in a long time. But when I used to get asked it back in the day, like my career spans some odd almost like 30 years. You know what I mean? Like I've been in it for quite some time. We help build the whole we help build the whole understanding that you can make your hobby into a lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like, cause rap music at the time was just a hobby for us. We were just getting in it together to get it, and what really got me into it was, I'm not gonna lie, it was my brother, my older brother Brian Omiaso. He introduced me to hip hop music. I always wanted to be in entertainment when I was a kid. I didn't know what I wanted to be part of it. I didn't know in what aspect. I mean, like I used to skateboard. But I was like a big kid. You know what I mean? So it was like I would go skateboarding, get tired, I'd get tired of skateboarding, and then we play hockey, and I was just keeping up with all these kids, but I was still a bigger kid. Um, when it came to music, it was just like I was really into heavy metal right before I got into hip hop music. My brother showed me KRS One and Fat Boys, and after he showed me the Fat Boys, it was over. Like for me, I saw three big dudes identifying themselves as fat. I was a big kid, and these guys are looking like they're having the time of their life, man. Like making music, making videos, making movies, making money and traveling and doing all that. That made me think, wow, if they can do that shit, I mean, why can't I do that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't matter where I was from or what I was doing. To me, it was just that was the main music that spoke to me was hip hop music, and what really got me into it was just life in general, just being around my brother and watching him be on the turntables. And even back in the day, he was a real good break dancer. Like my older brother was real instrumental in me liking hip hop because I just it melted into my system so well. You know what I mean? Like it was just like it
Totally.
was just it was just there, and I couldn't help it, man. I just needed to run towards that light, and I haven't stopped since. So yeah.
That's so awesome. Thank you for
Mm-hmm.
sharing that. So
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna hear a song from you. So are
Okay.
you ready to perform?
Oh yeah. What song am I doing? Let me see. Okay, let me see. I got it. I got it. Oh man.
Oh, look at this
Uh,
Res Radio Native Voltage. Hi from the Fort Duchesne, Utah. Hi, how you doing? Hollenbach's is getting ready to perform. You signed in at the right time. Okay, I'm gonna take myself off the screen and it's all yours.
it's all me. It's all me. Okay. I need to see if you guys can hear my instrumentals on this thing. Let me see. So what up, everybody? It's your boy Helen back. Let me just get these instrumentals up and running here. Boom, boom, boom. Hope you can see me just for a quick second. Sorry about that. Da-da-da. Where is it? One, two, one, two. Hold up, man. I'm just trying to figure this out right now. Hello, hello. Check one, two. Okay. Hold up, man. You know, right when you're just ready to perform and get down and do it, all of a sudden just everything just doesn't. Everything just seems to not want to start working right now. You know what I mean?
Bluetooth pairing.
Okay, so hold up for one quick second.
Bluetooth connected.
Bluetooth connected. Hold up for just a second. Just technical difficulties. I am just trying to figure things out. Boom, boom, boom. I want y'all to go and grab my new single. I'm gonna be performing it right now, but I'm just queuing it up. You know what I mean? Okay, 1 2 1 2. Hope you can hear me right there. So you can hear it. Yeah, yeah. 1 2 1 2. I stay mobbing like a savage with a cavalry on me. Stomping grounds between Edmonton and Calgary, homie. I ain't talk, let's hear get litty. H-O-W. Word to my man Blizzy. I moved out to Manitoba, let no stone unturned. Also burned me a lot of MCs on my back to a word. Yeah, I got stripes. But it's you think that I've been quiet, please. That I've been slaying, I'm just saying, best MCs got a red tint to this skin, mother. Go for the win, mother. Oh, zip up your lips. You ain't rapping, then you talk my shit. Veterans here with stripes on the shoulders. Most of us is dying off from this life that chose. Just watch the streets make you a fool. Lose all your looks. Run to the res and get slapped with good. I'm like, yeah. Thanks for rolling with me on this one, man. Yeah. Yeah. You try to build a truth, now figure that sometimes you like to get on track and reevaluate the people that you're calling your people. And if you got a weak homie, raise them up to be equal. Make sure that everybody in your circle example and role model you main breadwinner, break bread and feed them. It's the amount that you give is what measures a man and raise the kids to be right, even if they ain't yours. The end of the day, not no chore. Is the plan you should be leading everybody in your circle will be happy when they eat and never act conceited. Hold it down your man, raise them up to be dependent, never back down, dog. It's all inside of you, like it's all inside of me. Let's go. Yeah. Shout out my man, Bruce by Boogie the Beat.
Helen back. You need to unmute your mic.
Can you
There
hear
you
me
go.
now?
I can hear you now.
How y'all doing?
That was
Okay.
awesome.
Whew.
Right. Ooh, that was awesome.
Wow, that was sorry about the technical difficulties, and I had to
Oh, it
put on a
happens.
whole nother. I had to open up the laptop and do a whole thing. My Bluetooth wasn't working. Ah, well, whatever.
Yeah,
Thank you. That's everything. It's actually number 38 on the IMC countdown right now. It entered
right
number
now.
40 last week, but it's 38 now. So go and check
Ooh,
that
so you're
video out. Go to my
gonna
YouTube
go work up,
page. Go to my.
gonna work your way to number
I hope.
one.
I hope so. I really do. I think it's going to be a
That's
great
so
thing. I
awesome.
think so. Hmm. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I have another question. We both have
Yep.
something in common about our health, and
Hmm.
I went through two brain tumors, and I just want to ask you how you want to let the audience know about the struggles that you've been going through.
Oh man. Where should I begin? Um, it's funny because the last time that I was out in the paw with my wife and you guys, there was the week that I found out about my kidney disease. I'm not sure if you can remember, but like I was kind of complaining about that I was cramping up and stuff like that. Like I wasn't feeling
Mhm.
all that great a little bit. We went to Cross Lake right after we seen you guys, and while we were in Cross Lake, Lisa and Dason were working, and next thing you know, one day I just couldn't breathe. Like I just like it was hard for me to catch a breath. And the thing about it is that I didn't know that there was a fluid backup in my lungs and due to my kidneys. And just the diet, what I was eating, even the fact that like I was killing myself drinking water, which is crazy because I thought that's what I should be doing. I mean, being safe and drinking water on the road and not drinking pop and whatnot. And I quit drinking caffeine a long time ago. And what we found out that morning, the next morning, because we went to the nursing station that night and they gave me a bunch of tests. Shout out to the Cross Lake medical staff. They really, really like, I know if I was here in Winnipeg, I would have been just shifted back and forth to different places. They had everything that I needed to find out about this. So they said that my blood that evening, my blood pressure they said was a bit up, and they gave me some pills to help me out for the evening, and then they said they would be in touch. So I just thought that was that. The next morning we woke up. I go and drop off Lisa and Dason at their job, and then next thing you know, I get a frantic phone call from the doctor, and they're like, "We've been trying to contact you," and I'm looking at the thing. I'm like, "It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. How long have you been trying to contact me?" And they're like, you need to come down. You need to come down right now. We need to talk and blah blah blah. So I phoned Lisa. I said the doctor wants to see me. I got to go to this nursing station. So then we went to the nursing. I went to the nursing station, and that's when the doctor just laid everything on the line. The doctor just laid it all down. He was like more or less like, oh my god, like how are you not in a coma? How are you not in this and that? Because my levels, I'm not sure if what I'm suffering for is chronic kidney disease, and it's been in my body for a long time. And at that point, I was suffering stage 5 kidney failure, and that's what I found out that day is that they were trying to medevac me out across Lake. They were worried. They were worried that I was like gonna drop dead right there. Basically, he was like telling me if I don't take charge, if I don't go to the hospital today or blah blah blah, something bad might happen. And it was also surreal for me because I didn't feel I didn't feel what they were saying, like how bad they were saying I should be feeling. I didn't feel that. I mean, I was cramping up. Yeah, the doctor connected some dots on that with me. Like, I got bit by a spider some odd years back, and my leg kind of fluffed out, and that was due to my kidneys too. But at that time, it didn't really click in my head when the doctor was telling me you should get this checked out. I just figured they give me the pills or whatever, it goes down, I'm good. And I just my liver at my liver my kidneys at that time were in a bad state, and so fast forward, it was like 2 or 3 years until I found out I was officially diagnosed with stage 5 kidney failure. They were trying to medevac me out that day, but it just so happened that the plane broke down when it got to Cross Lake. So um, me and my wife just packed up the kids and we drove to the hospital that night. It was 9 hours from Cross Lake to Winnipeg, and
Mm-hmm.
we just figured that we would just do it. So uh, I'm just trying to get over, like, understand what my body's going through. And as soon as we found out what I was going through, my wife Lisa, I love her so much. She was already Googling things about how we can deal with this, basically, and whatnot. She
Mm-hmm.
was she was she was the rock that held everything together. I don't know if I would have had the strength that I did without
Mm-hmm.
my wife being there. Because like that's why we're such a good team. Like my wife is my best friend. My wife is everything to me, and she was there through this whole ordeal, and she was there smiling and keeping me in good spirits. Even when I was in sad spirits, she was still, pushing me like, you should be writing, you should be type, you should be, But at the time, like, I wrote some stuff, but like it was really depressing, really depressing stuff, and that's why everything the single I just played means so much, because I didn't think that I was gonna make music again. Um,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
when the doctor told me about my condition, he was like, "You can't tour anymore. You can't do workshops anymore. You can't do anything strenuous anymore. You can't perform on stage, because if you know my stage show, I'm kind of like, I'm loony on stage,
Energy.
and
High
I
energy.
I go
Yep.
hard on stage, and he was telling me I can't be doing that anymore. And, I mean, it was like, I asked my artist friends, like, what would you say if the doctor told you you can't sing anymore? Like, Fred Penner can't play his guitar anymore. You know what I mean? Like, it was very devastating to me. It was more
Yeah.
like that hurt more than the fact that I had chronic kidney disease. And
Yeah.
chronic kidney disease, the reason why I said my doctors were freaking out is because chronic kidney disease has been in my body for so long, is that my body just adjusted to the levels. So all my levels are like way, way, way up here, and regular people's levels are like way down here. You know what I'm saying? So like my levels were
Mm-hmm.
just basically the lungs, the filling up of the lungs was like the tip of the iceberg. It was like the warning, like, because it could have got a lot worse if I didn't take the steps that we did take. I mean, we changed everything, my diet, everything, and it's just been nothing but. I mean, geez, I can't even get, like, what really changed everything was when I got the catheter surgery on November 21st,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm thinking of calling my next project November 21st, because that day changed my entire life. The catheter surgery, me and my wife were getting ready for it. They were telling me for like months, you're gonna get the surgery. It's gonna be, you know, you're gonna be under anesthesia for 20 minutes. You'll be home in 4 hours. So I'm like, okay. I told my wife she could drop me off, and we literally just got ready. She went to school because she was just finishing her degree at the time, and she she just went to school, and I went over there, and she was contacting me, and I was contacting her. But during the surgery, like, I have, okay, this is where the chronic kidney disease comes into play, because because of the chronic kidney disease, I take pills to stay alive, basically, water pills, calcium pills, um, and these pills regulate the levels of my body, and the water pills regulate everything in my body, basically, to keep the levels down. You know, um, without them, my body kind of fills up with water. My kidneys can't filter what I'm going through. So my kidneys right now are sitting at, I think, 5%. When I started this journey, they were sitting at 15, is what the doctor told me. So it in that time since July 11th now I'm sitting at 5. You know,
Oh wow. So
and
are you getting transplant? Are you in line for a transplant?
oh yeah, that's what I was getting onto is that I got the transplant news. The reason I wrote everything was because that day uh, a fan, a friend, uh, a savior of mine. Well, he doesn't want to be known, so I can't give his name on social media or anything. He just basically reached out to me and my wife, and we read this message about this guy that wanted to donate his kidney. He already went out of his way to order the kidney testing kit and all that kind of stuff that I didn't even know people needed yet. You know, because all of it was still brand new to me. But
Yeah.
he went above and beyond and did it himself. So the day that I found out about the new kidney is the day that I wrote everything. You know, it was like I had some ideas when I was writing beforehand, but then that day just kind of made everything just, you know what I mean? Like it was like
I totally get
that
what you're saying.
it
Yeah,
was like that beacon of hope. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like I was like, oh my god, like I because
definitely.
I'm not sure if you know my blood type is O negative, and that makes me basically O negative. That makes me basically an 8 to 10 year waiting list for a kidney. So
Wow.
I was in for the long haul, and I just
Mm.
got the good news is that I started I started the kidney testing for to see if my body could handle the kidney transplant, and that started in just recently. We were supposed to start the testing before COVID type thing, but when COVID hit, it changed everything. I mean, not
Yeah,
just artist wise, but like medical wise, everything. All my trips, all my appointments, everything got turned into phone appointments. All my everything got turned into, I still go out and get the needles and stuff, the blood tests and stuff like that. But I mean, it's not in a hospital anymore. I mean, my immune system. If I go out there and get sick with COVID, I mean, the mortality rate of me surviving is I don't even want to think about it. But that's the reality of it. You know, it's that
yeah,
COVID-19 is when you have a weak immune system. It kind of I don't even want to get into it, but that's something that I have to deal with and that I'm living with, and so I'm at home like pretty well all the time, you know. And if I go outside, I'm masked up. My wife makes masks and
yeah,
stuff like that. You know, my wife is very multifaceted. I don't know where I would be without her. For real, I really don't.
yeah. Lisa's
You know.
awesome. She just got her degree in the mail today, and I'm so
Hmm.
proud of her. And this kind of segues into my next
Hmm.
comment that
Yeah.
you're defying the doctors what they predicted for you, and you're performing on Friday night.
Oh
The
yeah, like well, it's not even that. It's like ever since I started my dialysis now, like because after the catheter and everything started, I got really sick right before that. Like that's when because the doctors were telling me for the while that you're gonna get really sick and you're gonna like start throwing up, and they started warning me about it. And right before the catheter surgery, I started getting really sick like that. But then right after the catheter surgery, my lungs filled up with a lot of blood during the surgery because I didn't take my pills that time because they told me my pills, if I took them during that day, they would be dangerous for the surgery. So me not taking my pills, basically, my lungs filled up with blood so fast that it tore all the bronchial tubes in my lungs,
Mm,
and I was bleeding from my chest for 6 days straight, and I was like it. I was close. Like at that time it was critical because I almost didn't make it. And that was the change. That was the big change that made me understand. Like whoa, I like that made me really understand what was important, and that's my family. My family. Everything else besides that, like outside my family, outside this little hub, this little world that I'm living with my family and my quarantine, really doesn't matter to me anymore. Everything, if it doesn't involve my family or benefit my family, then I don't really, you know what I'm saying? Like I have to find the lessons and things that I do now, to be able to pass on to my kids more. Because I mean, it's not just about the fans. It's not just about that. Like, it's about personal care and taking care of my family now, you know, and making sure they understand why daddy's going through what he's going through, you know,
Right.
and, you know, my kids are really, really, really instrumental in what I'm going through. And my youngest ones, I hope like they never understand that I'm going through this. Like my youngest Charlie and my new baby on the way, you know, I hope that by the time I get a new kidney, this will just be all swept under the rug, you know, and they won't understand that I have a new kidney in my body, you know, and my other kids, Jalen, you know, Dason and D'Angelo and Jayla, you know, they're so instrumental in things around here. They really help out and whatnot. And my daughter Jayla is also, she's trained fully in parenteral dialysis, PD bag that I do. I do twin bags 4 times a day. And Jayla is trained in that. She's like one of the youngest persons that they ever trained. So
Oh
I'm, I'm,
wow.
I'm trying to keep them very versed in what we're
Awesome.
going through, you know,
Yeah.
because it's
So,
they're my best friends too, you know.
yeah, that's so wonderful.
Hmm.
Family's awesome, that's for sure.
Yeah,
So
without
so you
them,
have a show on Friday
yeah,
at
I
the
got a show on
pyramid, right?
Friday at the
Yeah.
Pyramid. It should be a great time. You know, I'm just stoked to get on stage again. I mean, I've been doing a lot of at home online concerts. Shout
Mm-hmm.
out to Manitoba Music. Shout out to NAC. You know, National Arts Center. Shout out to, you know, MFM. And shout out to all the organizations that have been helping me do these online shows for these people and just being a representative from Winnipeg and a representative from just Native arts instead in general to get on these things. I you know, we're very blessed. My wife, she even got an NAC performance opportunity too. So, I mean, it's cool to be able to just stay busy during the COVID, but I can't wait to get on stage. Like,
Yeah,
I
me too. I'm
mhm,
performing on Sunday night, so I'm pretty excited to be performing on stage too. It's been such a long couple months, and it's been tough on all the artists right across all over the world.
mhm.
Uh, and it's I'm so excited to be on stage because I was also doing online concerts as well. So yeah, it's just it's exciting and yeah. So okay, I want to ask you another question before you go into your next song.
Oh,
So
another song. Okay, hold on.
yeah, what kind of advice would you give an emerging artist?
An emerging artist.
Yeah.
I just say basically like if you're gonna get into music, um, get into it for the right reasons. You know, passion, love, you know, change. Don't get into it because you want to get rich or you know you want to get an ulterior motive or something like that. You know, I mean, music should be coming from the heart all the time. You know, and take every opportunity that comes to you. You know, and sign up for Manitoba Music. Sign up for any kind of music collective that's in your area, whether it be Alberta or you know BC, wherever you're from. Sign up to these things because they do actually help artists a lot. They keep us really grounded a lot in news and understanding about what's coming up next and stuff like that. You know, it's really awesome and instrumental to get into those organizations for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Hmm.
So, do you want to do some freestyle?
Some freestyle. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness, my goodness.
it's
Some
up to you.
freestyle.
Or if you have a
Well,
song prepared.
I got a song just queued up
Okay,
real quick, real
okay.
quick. Hold on, hold on.
I'll give you the
Hold
screen here.
on.
Okay.
Just give me a second. Just give me a second. I'm just looking. Hold up. Oh man.
Okay. While you're looking for your music, I just want to give a shout out to all the people that are tuning in. Thank
Mhm.
you for tuning in with Indigenous Super Stars tonight.
Mhm.
Yeah, and taking the time and watching Helen back this evening.
Word.
So
Thank you very much. I really appreciate you having me. I'm gonna get into this track here.
okay, I'm gonna take myself out now and get ready
Okay.
to be entertained.
Okay. Hold up. Holy smokes. Check 1 2. How y'all doing? Check check check. So how's everybody doing out there? I appreciate you letting me rock with you, Rhonda. I appreciate you too. I want to send a shout out to everybody out there, all the graduates, especially my beautiful, beautiful wife, her Bachelor of Business Administration, BBA. I'm so happy for you, baby. You're amazing. I love you. And I'm gonna do this track right here. It is off the new album, 1491. Yeah. This goes out to all the graduates. You hear the hook. Yeah. I'm feeling like the whole world is mine. Yeah, yeah. I'm feeling like the whole world is mine. Yeah, yeah. I'm feeling like the whole world is mine. The whole world, do me a favor right now. When you know it's my time, I do this for the kids that created and let me, the wife that holds my heart, and the fans out there who won't forget me at times. Been a burden at times to get these words in sacrifice. My lifeline more than twice it hurt, man. Just for you to bob your head, I hate on every word. Whatever the outcome is, native here was not disturbed. You get what you deserve, especially when you speak it right. Take the right steps and make sure that you're living life to the fullest. All the boys will shine off, so that when you get caught up in it, about the acting all hard, your car don't get pulled by gangsters and they cool, and you'll get left hating on all your own moves. But at least it'll teach you the reason why I never act out of line and let another steal my shine. Yeah. I'm feeling like the whole world is mine. Yeah. I'm feeling like the whole world is mine. I refine what I did. I do this for you and your mama and your auntie, uncle, and your cousins too. I'm just speaking through bars now. Still keep it 100 and reach for every single star now. Either you love us or hate us, undermine or underrate us. I stay ahead of the pack or watching those who try to play us. Maybe a cheat, but I'm very gracious and always searching for that next big thing. And I ain't talking third person. Never shook to put that work in. Cause the works in many ways. Many plays at the end of every single type of day. Yo, follow me, next day is the season as natives be living daily. Never needed to glorify to get the charts to play, man. Nowadays I gotta pass that torch. I came a long way from rapping in my room and on that porch, Oh yeah. Yeah.
Hey.
Produced by Eric North, Handle
Woo,
Brothers.
that was awesome. Yep, for all the graduates.
Yeah, that's for all the
So proud
graduates. My
of all
beautiful
of them.
wife.
So proud of all of them. And especially your wife for working so hard to achieve her goal. That's so amazing.
Oh
So,
man, she's been the hardest worker. Like I man, I didn't even know how she did it. Like the long nights, the tests, the exams, the oh man, the essays. My wife is such an amazing role model to my kids. It's just crazy. I love her so much, and plus to do it through all the hardships and everything that we've been through in this past 4 years. It's nuts. It would break the average person, like wow. It's the things that we gone through, and she just kept level headed, and she got it done. So my wife, I love you. You did it.
awesome. Yep. Can you see the question? Res Radio Native Voltage has a question for you. Can you see
Okay.
that on your screen?
Hip hop stream artist in Winnipeg, Mo Ziliano. For is a native artist in Canada. Is the mainstream hip hop artist like? Okay, well, I don't get this question. Was it non-native? Oh, okay. Well, I'm looking at this question, and you have a question like, why are native artists not? Okay, hold on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Hello? You hear me? Hmm? Can you hear me? Check one, two.
Hi, sorry about that.
Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yeah,
Okay, cool. I think that last question was asking natives and mainstream hip hop. And
right.
natives like, oh, why are we not in the mainstream right now? Um, I don't know. That's a question that I've been asking myself for the past how many years. I mean, maybe the mainstream media is just not ready for what we got to do. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like it's been taking so long for us to get even to this part where people are just starting to finally notice the native and the grind and what we're doing. You know what I'm saying on an actual mainstream level. I mean, shout out to Mag Seven and all those guys. They actually did it on a MTV level, which was big. You know, Tribe Called Red. That actually made me cry when Tribe Called Red got the Juno for the category they went out in, and they got it. You know, and then that was huge to me to get that, because that was like one of the first times that natives went out for the category that they wanted at a mainstream thing like the Junos, and they got it. So, you know, it's been a long time coming for us to get into these mainstream circles, and I think it's about time that the harder you grind and the more that you want to get out there, the more it's gonna start breaking down those walls. You know, I mean, with artists like Superman, Defy, I mean myself, Snotty Nose Res Kids. I mean, you name them. Like these artists that are all coming out now. You know, Res Coast Grizz is just killing things out there in Arizona and in the States. Is just in general. Like I mean, a million views and whatnot. That's crazy. I mean, so I think it's been taking some time for artists and native artists to get that recognition, but I mean, with struggle breeds chiefs, you know what I'm saying? We've all been in this, and we it's that struggle that makes us want to make better moves, to make more moves out there in that area. You know, I salute all my natives out there getting it and trying to better themselves through the arts and through, you know, either whether it be a canvas or whether it be breakdancing, whether it be a power drum, whether it be something. If you're in the art and you're struggling for your art, I salute you. You know, because it's not that easy to make a living off what we do. You know, you go through hardships. I mean, I remember I used to work day jobs and stuff just to put food on the table. You know, I'm not saying that I'm like super rich or anything like, but you know, like music, the more you push and the more you get out there, slowly becomes like everything. And like I don't make a move now unless it benefits my family type thing, you know. And I think as time progresses, there's going to be more artists that are going to come out and break that barrier. And you know, I think it'll be great to see. I'd love to see that in my lifetime. You know, I would really love to see that in my lifetime.
Yeah, I think for myself, I know that our indigenous artists are just as good as mainstream artists, but we need that platform to get out there. And you know, I'm always promoting our artists, and that's why one of the reasons why I started this show is to promote our indigenous artists and get the people listening to them and getting to know them who they are and yeah, so that's what I think. Like we
Hmm.
just need a platform to share our music.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
so we're probably gonna I'm gonna be ending the show pretty soon. And where can we find your music?
You can go to hellenbackmusic.com. I have all my links there, everything there. You can go basically just there, hellenbackmusic.com. All my links there for like if you're on Facebook at Hellenback, you know, Instagram at Hellenback Music. I mean, on Twitter it's at Hellenback Music also. I mean, so just HELLNBACK music.com. If you go there, you can follow me, download my new track. You can watch the new videos there. You can also, you know, peep information about what me and my wife are up to and stuff like that. Like it's basically a hub for all of our entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I got some ringtones for sale also. Go and check that live ringtone. There's a link on there. Like there's just everything that is on there. That's our hub. So go to helenbackmusic.com and you can find everything there.
Perfect. I just want to say a shout out to Felipe Rose. He's out in Ashbury Park in New Jersey. Hi, Felipe. How are you doing?
Felipe Rose. Yeah, what up, Felipe?
Yep.
They got people from Arizona and stuff. Talking. That's dope.
Yeah, we had a good wide range of audience tonight. So I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight and tuning in with us. And the next guest I have is Connor Chi from Arizona. He's an amazing classical artist who I met at the Grammys in January. So I'm looking forward to interviewing him. And I want to thank you, Helen Back, for joining me this evening. And thank you for sharing your story and some of your knowledge in the music industry. And we wish you well in your health. We'll be praying for you to get better and stay safe, stay healthy.
Thank you very much. Love y'all. Peace. See you later, sis. All right.
Yep.